Hello Internet, it's Alex and Louis from Barefaced, and we're going to try and demonstrate some awesome guitar drivers with lower tunings without getting confused, which is not easy, let me tell you that, as this is false start number, I'm not sure what. What we have here is a G12 H150 REDBACK, an H75 CREAMBACK and another H75 CREAMBACK, and underneath them we have a V30, an ALNICO Cream and another V30. So we're getting to compare, got two constant ones on the top, two constant ones on the bottom, and then some other variables. So
yeah,
hopefully you can hear how they sound different. We're running through, we've got a Reverend Descent RA, double humbucker fixed bridge, baritone, I think it's 26 3/4 inch scale length, so it's a shorter baritone, but it's still very much baritone.
Definitely.
As Louis is feeling that. And pedals wise, what are we going through?
I'm using the Rat and then the Big Muff, maybe the JHS ones. The Tube Screamer was a bit too bright for this kind of stuff.
Right.
So the Rat's working really well.
Yeah, so it's a Muffaletta is the Big Muff, JHS Muffaletta, and Pack Rat. So it's their
cool
6 or 9 pedals in one pedal to get all the different eras.
So good.
And then through the HX Stomp, which is doing some...
It's not doing anything actually.
Not doing anything.
No, just going through it because it's on the board.
And into the Egnater Tweaker, because that's kind of...
Yeah. Bit of gain.
Boring but effective, basically.
It works.
It's good for demoing stuff because it doesn't do too much of its own thing.
It can do, but like EQ, but we got it flat. And just...
Cool.
It's good.
Let's go.
Let's make some noise.
We are on the left, which is REDBACK on the Vintage 30.
Cool. Clean to start.
Cool, isn't it?
They're really good, aren't they? They're so different. I was going to do Dave, but we'll do that in a minute.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
Things I'm noticing.
Yeah.
When we go between CREAMBACK on V30 and CREAMBACK on Cream, that's got more bottom.
Yes.
That's got more weight to the sound. This has more mid-range.
It's the honkiness from that.
This has I feel this has clarity through the mid-range. It's not that it's got treble,
yes, totally.
but you hear more of the notes.
Yeah.
And
it's colourful.
Warmth.
It's the most colourful, I think.
Yeah.
And characterful.
And then the other thing I'm noticing is when you go from H CREAMBACK on V30 to H REDBACK on V30, this is deeper, chunkier, thicker, and has more top.
Massively. Yeah, more top as well.
Yeah. I
was focusing on the lows.
Yeah, it thunders more, it chugs more.
Yeah.
But it's brighter.
You're not getting that from here with the
No, I'm hearing this is brighter. Let's.
So that difference must be from the H100.
Yeah, the H150. Yeah, the REDBACK. Yeah. Yeah. Let's have another listen of that. So we're on the right hand one.
Similar again.
So CREAMBACK on V30.
It's definitely boomier, deeper.
Yeah.
It's not boomy, but it's got more top.
It's got more top and bottom.
Clarity, yeah.
That's interesting.
And that's got clarity as well, but like you said, in the different way, in the midway. I really like this one.
I'd like to say that I think this REDBACK speaker, I mean, I know it's not been around as long.
Has it not?
No, I'm sure it hasn't been around as long. And I presume because it's a 150 watt guitar driver, a lot of people think I don't need that.
Yeah, true.
But it sounds good. It sounds really good. And I expected it, before I'd heard it, I expected it to be darker than the CREAMBACK.
Because size of magnet or?
More moving mass, bigger voice coil.
Yeah.
So you get this thing with drivers as you increase the moving mass. That causes this mass reactance thing, which starts to roll off the top end. But most of the top end roll off is caused by, so that's mass reactance is basically when the cone can't move fast enough.
Yeah, okay.
But also most of your top end roll off is caused by increasing inductance from the voice coil.
Okay.
And that's got a bigger voice coil.
Right.
So normally a bigger voice coil means more inductance, which means less top end. But it's a bigger diameter voice coil.
Okay.
So it could be that the bigger diameter of the voice coil means that it's acting like a bigger air core, which would lower the inductance. This is starting to get really technical. But basically, what the obvious thing, when you look at them, is the cones are completely different.
Yeah, it's so much bigger, isn't it?
This, to me, looks like a ribbed cone, so it's got thicker parts on it along this bit, and it's got a small dust cap, which is a softish fabric one. This looks like the shapes in the cone here are pressed bits of cone.
Yeah.
And then this is a much larger dust cap, but also similar material. Yeah, it's a similar fabric dust cap. It's a bigger dust cap. So bigger dust caps tend to make more noise, but are more directional. But I'm not noticing it being massively more directional.
No.
But then the AVD helps with that because it's taking the sound off the back. But the surround looks very similar. They're both a sort of double roll, M roll.
It goes in a bit deeper.
That's
I think.
Yeah.
Goes
Yeah,
in further.
this surround's got a bit more shape to it, so this can handle more excursion before it struggles.
Is that the difference? Is it right?
Yeah, so it's yeah.
Okay.
So there's quite a few differences between those two drivers, though they're very much relatives.
Yeah.
But for heavier stuff,
It's
wicked.
working. Should we do some dirt and see?
Yeah.
Much. I imagine the same differences, but you never know.
So we're on the REDBACK again.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let's go back to. I want to hear the CREAMBACK cream thing.
These two.
Actually, no. Let's do the dirt with the REDBACK. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go dirty and low. Roll that bass contour off. So good for that stuff.
It is, isn't it?
It's really good, yeah. That was on the bridge as well, and it sounded a bit deeper than it would have been had I...
Yeah, so this fills more space.
Yeah, 100%.
This fits more neatly. This doesn't go as low.
No.
And it doesn't go as high.
Do you not think it goes as... Are you not getting...
I'm getting more top off that.
Okay.
But what is interesting, I mean, tell us what you hear, because you're hearing from that mic there.
Yeah,
so it's closer
true.
to my listening position, but sort of...
Oh, yeah.
It's far field. I don't believe in close miking cabs when making videos because it's stupid. It's fine close miking speakers if you want to hear what they're going to sound like when you're recording them in the studio.
Yeah.
But this is about choosing a cab that works for your sound, and for that, the room sound is what matters.
The whole point.
And when you close mic something, it's like looking at a landscape through a telescope. You just don't see most of it. You just see one bit wherever the mic is pointing.
Yeah.
And it's worse than that. It's not a proper telescope. It's a telescope with a filter on it. So it's a telescope with an orange
Yeah, of course.
paint on the lens or something.
It's got its own sound as well.
'Cause it's got its own sound as well. So a close mic is a really bad idea to get an idea of what a cab sounds like. And you will find that 99% of speaker demo videos across YouTube and stuff are close mic'd.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, never thought about it.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense because the sound comes off all of the speaker, but not the same. on all of the speaker. Different bits of the speaker produce different parts of the sound.
Yeah.
You know, think of it as like, imagine this is a drum kit producing sound.
Oh, yeah.
And if you choose to mic the dead centre of that, it's like having your one drum kit mic just on the hi-hat.
Yeah.
And you don't get a balanced sound. Or it's like if you put it out here, so it's right on the outside, it's like having your one drum kit mic next to the floor tom or the kick drum.
Yeah, they do so many different sounds, don't they, within them? 100%.
Different sound coming from different things, because the driver doesn't act like a piston, it ripples and it shimmers and it does complicated things.
Totally. But yeah, that's definitely getting us like lows and highs, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I just find myself going, oh, I'd like that in the studio.
Do you?
I want that live.
Just
because I know it'll just put the guitarist in a place.
I'm the other way around, that's so funny.
Yeah.
All preferences stuff again.
Yes.
Like, there's not right, we're just trying to figure out what sounds like
cool.
what, but...
So let's try the heavy sounds now with the two different creambacks on things.
Okay, cool. Because then we're just hearing really the difference between
adding the
ALNICO
versus the V30. So,
okay,
yeah, we're on that at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
It's like so characterful. I think you'd struggle live with that as a combo, because I think what you said about this putting you in a place, I think that's going to put you in a place. But if that needs to be your place in that band, great, because it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it's quite, this is how you sound, isn't it?
It's got
because it's less of pan the bottom. Right?
Yeah, but so the ALNICO Cream definitely is one of those speakers that's all about the mid-range.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, to be honest, that's what a lot of the sound of a guitar is all about.
100%.
About the mid-range. And what I feel you hear with the ALNICO Cream is you get loads more detail and complexity in the mid-range.
Okay.
But you don't go as deep and you don't go as high. But it doesn't matter if that's the sound that you want, because if that's the sound that you want, then it does that mid-range detail
really well,
better than anything else.
100%. It sounds exactly like I thought it would. The preconception I had of the Cream ALNICO, having played it in other ways, it does exactly the same thing, but in this world. But it sounds great. I thought it wouldn't translate, but it totally does.
Should we swap them vertically, and just because that won't take us a second?
Yeah.
So, oh look, aren't they amusingly light?
Plug.
Right. So
that's V30 on top.
That's V30 on top. CREAMBACK.
And now Cream ALNICO on top.
CREAMBACK, and then we'll do.
That's gonna be V30 on top, REDBACK on bottom. That was easy, wasn't it?
Oh, he says that was easy. Well, we'll just leave that on the floor.
Yeah, that's all right there.
Okay. Hello. Cool. So we've changed their position.
Yeah. Let's see if we hear the same differences.
What we hear.
Right, I'm gonna start clean and go to heavy. Oh, keys. similar worlds or noticeable differences?
Gosh, I wasn't even trying to compare with what we'd heard before, but what I was trying to compare with was them relative to each other. And what I'm very much hearing is the V30 on the REDBACK is the chunk, heavy, scooped monster. So it just wants heavier music.
It does, yeah.
This thing, so the cream on the V30, is that what it is?
Is that ALNICO on top of the H75?
It's the cream on the H75, so it's a cream on a CREAMBACK.
Other way around, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so it's the ALNICO on the H75 is the other way.
It's the mid-range thing.
Is the mid-range thing. This feels like it's in between.
Yeah. Yeah, more so than it did when it was the other way around.
Yes.
Actually, I think.
I feel there's a very obvious continuum that this is the big bottom and big top.
Yeah.
This is mid-range detail.
Yeah.
And this is somewhere in between the two.
This might be for a bit more if you're not going like heavy. If you're doing baritone stuff and it's not necessarily you're doing like metal.
Yeah,
that's a world too.
I mean, you could be doing heavy music, but you're not choosing to do characteristic heavy guitar sounds. So I've said it before on the ALNICO stuff, but it makes me think of Queens of the Stone Age.
Yes,
the Cream.
Totally.
It's this mid-rangey guitar sound.
Absolutely.
Which can still be really dirty.
Yeah, filth.
But that's wicked. The V30 REDBACK.
Yeah, you just want to play that forever.
It's a really good combination for heavy sounds.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it chugs. It chugs.
Yeah,
it chugs. And this holds it together.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go in that same way. It doesn't want you to palm mute.
Yeah. What? I like really heavy palm mute thing.
That's almost feels like you turned an octave on.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Go to that one really quickly. That's because that's the. Queens.
Yeah, it's wicked, isn't it? It's really nice at those. Yeah, it's aggro, angry music, but it's playing the guitar in a different way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not so classic. I mean, not that Queens of the Stone Age are a new band.
They're getting classic now, aren't they?
Oh, it's scary. We're getting old.
Great.
We've learned something. Hopefully you have too. We'll be back with more of this. There seem to be infinite possibilities, so we're just kind of enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Trying different stuff and seeing what makes sense or doesn't. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
See ya.